All right, Virgo. So this one has a couple of different feelings for me, but the first thing that I'm getting really is miscommunication. And there's a need for you to not, I don't want to say take things too personally, but it's almost like things are being taken literally, but it's not being said right. So the word Lord did show up as a challenge for you, but then you have harmony. Now, harmony is saying that you need to get back into that place. It's about releasing any kind of feelings of conflict or judgment or isolation. Anything that is preventing you from being in a place of harmony, those are the things that you're going to have to let go of. But it all starts with communication, but this is not the greatest communication here. So as a challenge, it says that, if you have been deceitful, it's time to make amends. But I don't think that that's it. I think that, you're really trying to find harmony in a situation where you may have been lied to, but I have to wonder about what the intent was. So you may be dealing with somebody who's being deceitful, which is possible. But the other part of it could literally be that you are communicating with somebody and everything is being taken out of context. It's like how things can be misinterpreted when we're reading texts or emails, right? But the other part of the word Lord is saying that you need to be careful about the way that you're talking about yourself, though, too. No negative talk, right? Don't talk yourself down. All right, Virgo, here's your overall. The Four Swords. So not only are we talking about miscommunication, but we're talking about no communication. Now, this may be you going into a place where you need to reflect on something that has been said to you. But I also look at this as, needing to recover and to take a break, to give yourself a rest. Especially with the Three of Swords preceding this, there may have been a difficult situation where you just need to give yourself a timeout. But you don't want to be too caught up in your own mind over what has been communicated or what has happened. Okay, in the past, the Queen of Pentacles, I look at that as you in the past being self-sufficient and confident in your abilities to take care of yourself. And I feel like the reason why you're pulling on this is because you need it again. You may have been dealing with a situation where you may have been too codependent or somebody else may have been. I'm still seeing her as a very good thing, but I'm feeling like, there's a reason why this part of yourself is what is coming through. Now, it may be though that, I don't know, I kind of get the feeling that you're really considering whether or not you want to open up to assist someone. Now, that may only be for some of you here. But I'm still looking at you being in a very good place in the past, and it's like needing to have that return now, and it may be because of a person you're dealing with. And again, whether you're male or female, or whether you're dealing with a male or female, but I've always loved the Queen of Pentacles for Virgo. I think it's perfect for your energy. Look at that. In the present, the star, perfect. But what is it that we're healing? For some of you, it's needing to see the bigger picture on what is going on. But we're also talking about your hopes, your wishes on a much bigger scale and seeing how it's possible to attain that. But we're also talking about healing a situation. But I like it. Like, I don't feel like all hope has been lost in a situation, even if there's been like a break. And you may be literally on a break with someone right now, and you're needing to go back to that place where, you are not needing, how do I say this? You don't need validation from the other person, but some of you may be in that place where you're struggling with that. But if communication opens up, then, we can heal a situation. Future conditions, the Eight of Pentacles. So busting your ass, no surprise there, Virgo. Putting in a lot of effort, but are you seeing results? Now, this could also be you moving into future conditions going, okay, now I have hope restored into, what I want to do in terms of my career, and you're putting in a lot of hard work, but that's only after you have taken that under consideration and given yourself a break. For others of you, if it's about healing a situation with a person here, it is going to require a lot of effort, but, Virgo and effort, that's like hand in hand. You know, I don't see you letting a situation just fall apart. Like you're willing to put in the hard work to, you know, make things better. But still, it's going to be a lot of effort on your part, right? Okay. Your best path to follow, the Seven of Cups. Don't get caught up in what could be. This is being in a place of confusion, possibly looking at other options, but not doing anything to make that happen. The Seven of Cups is being content to fantasize. But we're talking about fantasizing about things that aren't, you know, for sure going to turn out the way that you envision. You know, the other part of this is don't project a fantasy onto somebody that they can't live up to, you know, and that's only going to be for some of you. But don't get caught up in the confusion. Decide what you're going to do and do it. Don't look back and go, I could have done this, or I could have chosen this. You don't want to do that to yourself. You know, the coulda, woulda, shoulda. And I think that the Four of Swords is a good thing here in terms of you really taking into consideration what you're putting your effort into, you know. And this could be career or relationship here. In your environment, the Fool. And I feel like this is you wanting to have hope restored in this situation and being able to have faith and just go along with it and see what happens, you know, without you overthinking every step of the way. And I think that that's what you're trying to do in the present moment, is find that hope to be able to take that leap of faith and not have to worry about what's going to happen later, you know. And that's kind of where the Seven of Cups is coming through. Like, don't get caught up in the what could be. Just stick to what you have decided and do it, you know. And with the Eight of Pentacles, you do. But it still requires a lot of effort, a lot of effort. But this is big. This is about your hopes and dreams here with the Star. Your hopes and your fears. Leo just had this here too. I'm so sorry, you guys. The Queen of Wands, being your hopes and fears. And I'm looking at you coming in with the Queen of Pentacles. And like I said, I don't care if you're male or female. This really looks like what you're internalizing and what you want to pull back on. Like being able to be self-sufficient and not being dependent on what, you know, somebody else does. And this is you hoping to be able to, you know, manage this situation. Having the passion and the drive to act. Now, for some of you, you may be fearing what is going on with the other person. You know, like if this has to do with a relationship, and let's say there hasn't been communication for a while and maybe you're taking a break, I think that a lot of you are hoping to, you know, get past this, because this is a big time, you know, hope for you or dream. And it's like wanting to be able to have faith with this and just see what happens. If you're in this place of the Seven of Cups, you may be worried that, you know, you're dealing with somebody who has someone else involved in their life, if that makes sense. Like I could see some of you being worried about not being good enough. That's what I want to say. But you are, though. If you are internalizing the Queen of Wands, yeah, you're good. And I think that this is you wanting to be like the best version of yourself. You know, I don't think that you're hiding behind a mask of strength here, because the Queen of Wands can do that sometimes, right? Like, I'm not going to let the world in. I'm just going to let everybody see that I'm golden. I'm good. Nothing affects me. But truly it does, you know. But you may be worried as far as a relationship goes if, you know, this person is focused on somebody else. For others of you, this is you hoping to, you know, be the best version of yourself, is the best way for me to explain that. But this is also the need to manage this situation, right? Because I look at her as the boss lady, besides the Empress. She knows how to handle situations. She knows how to get things organized and under control. You match that with the Queen of Pentacles, holy shit. You know, and it's no wonder why the Eight of Pentacles is coming out in future conditions, right? But I feel like this is you wanting to feel better and feel more alive. And coming out, the King of Wands. So some of you may be dealing with a fire sign, maybe male or female here, but with the King of Wands coming out, you are talking about the man of passion and action. But this is somebody who doesn't sit still. I see that very much with this one. You know, the King of Wands is constantly looking for the next adventure. But this is like working really hard to get this person to open up and communicate. But we may literally be talking about, you know, you guys needing to work on things and maybe needing to take a break. But that may be because of this person's personality. Now, them coming out, though, as the King of Wands, and I do think that this is external to you, it may be that, you know, they're finally taking some action here after a period of waiting or silence, so to speak, with the Four Swords. And then the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, and this is kind of what I'm talking about, where you may be dealing with a person where you're wanting to pull back on this part of yourself that doesn't need constant validation from them. But it's like you're hoping to match their energy with the Queen of Wands. And you want to have hope with this situation, be able to take this leap of faith. But I think that, you know, some of you may need to give yourself a time out to really think about if this is worth the effort, if this person is putting things on hold. So with the Page of Pentacles, this may be a new situation with this person. Now, this could be a business partner, though, too. Or, you know, it could be the romantic relationship. But I always look at the King of Wands and think we're really attracted to this person, right? I mean, who wouldn't be attracted to the King of Wands? But it looks like with the Page of Pentacles, there has been some communication between the two of you about starting something. And realistic communication. Like doing something here to start building a foundation between the two of you. And then you have the Hangman, and it's no wonder why, you know, we're looking at the Star with the Fool, wanting to have that kind of hope that everything is going to work out if you just have faith. But that may be hard for you to do if things are in a state of limbo because of this person. Now, there may be, you know, something going on with this person's life where they can't take immediate action. But I'm hoping that, you know, they're kind of like stepping up and trying to move things forward, but you may be working on getting that going. But in the meantime, there's like this break going on with the Four Swords. But with the Nine of Pentacles, I go right back to that Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like this is you not wanting to be dependent on what this person does. Because you're in a place where you are secure. For some of you, you're financially set. You're used to taking care of yourself. This may be, you know, a situation where there is some distance between the two of you, which is why it feels very much like you are like doing things on your own, that in terms of building things together, it's like it's on hold. You know, this person is either in a state of limbo or you are wanting to see a different perspective in order to have faith. But we're still looking at a lot of effort being required. Now, like I said, hopefully that person is putting in the same amount of effort that you are. But, you know, Virgo, let's be real, right? Not many people can work as hard as you do, you know, and pay attention to the details. But I am looking at you like wanting to match this person's energy, you know, but you need to be you, you know, you need to be free to be you, unapologetically you, especially within a relationship. And then transformation. Okay. So the truth is, I feel like what you are wanting from this person in terms of where their passion is, but things need to change with transformation, right? Now, if we have the truth about the passion that's involved here, then there can be a change made, right? But there will be a transformation in this situation, I think. The passion being right there and looking at, you know, the King and Queen of Wands, it looks really good. I just think that maybe you might be questioning this other person, like, do they have the same amount of passion for me as I have for them? You know, but there is going to be a change, this transformation in the situation, which is good. You know, I don't see it as a bad thing, especially if it's changing because of the passion, right? And then you have solitude. In silence, peace prevails. So you are going to reach the destination that you are looking for, especially with the Star, right? Whether or not you're able to take a leap of faith on that fully, that I question, you know, without having to analyze everything first, right? And that may be a little bit of a problem. But you're still getting to where you want to be here, but you're going to need a moment of solitude. And again, there's like this feeling of needing to take a break so that there can be truth and clarity, right? But passion is like coming back through here, and it changes the situation, which I think is really good. But it may be that you just need to give yourself some time to find some inner peace, before you finally reach that hope, that wish with the star, right? But don't get caught up in what could be. Make sure that you're coming from a place of clarity when you're moving forward.